जय हिंद. सरस्वती शिशुकुंज बगवाला बोरसद, English medium, standard 8, subject science. This is your video 3 of chapter number 10, that is reaching the age of adolescence. Right now, this many topics we have covered in first part of the video and second part of the video, right? So let's take a quick review of all these topics. See here, first one, changes in puberty, right? So before this topic we have learned two important definitions, that was definition of adolescence and definition of puberty. Then we come with this topic, that is change in the puberty, right? Changes in the body. Which kind of changes? So these are the changes that takes place. First one, increase in height, right? Increase in height after 11 years of a boy or a girl, right? If they reach at the age of 11, from 11 to 19 there is a sudden increase in the height is observed. Okay, after that we'll talk then change in body shape, right? We also talk about the change in body shape. Means if we talk about boys, so their chest part and the bones of the shoulder becomes wider. Like that in girls when we talk, so their chest part enlarged, right? Next one, there is a voice change. So the word which was used during this, there is Adam's apple, right? That Adam's apple is easily seen in the boys during this adolescence period. After that, increased activity of sweat glands and sebaceous glands. There is an increase in activity, means they will release sweat and oil on the skin, right? They will release these glands which is present outside of your skin. So they will release sweat as well the oil like substance, right? After that, we have seen the development of a sex organ in boys and even in girls. There is a development. What is this? Adolescence. So that is, we are reaching at the capability of reproduction, right? Boys and girls are reaching towards the capability of reproduction. So in that, this is the important part, there is the development of sex organs. So in boys also, it get enlarged, the organs, sex organs get enlarged, and in girls also sex organ get enlarged, and there are different chemical changes that takes place. We have discussed that boys during this age of time period, right, there is a production of the sperm will start in the testes. When we talk about the girls, so inside the ovary there is a production of ovum will start during this time period of 11 to 19 years. Okay. And at the end of that, at the end of the adolescence, we can say they becomes adult, right? So we can say adolescence is a journey towards being adult, right? During that process, the body changes, or that body is trying to reach at the age of adult, right? So there is a process. Adolescence is one body process, nothing else. Okay, after that we have seen reaching mental, intellectual and emotional maturity. So these boys and girls during this time period, they think more. They will think more every time. They observe, they will think more, they will try to interact with others about that particular topic on which they are confused, right? So intellectual and emotional, they will be more emotional towards their friends, right? They are so connected with their friends. So they are being emotional too quickly. So there's all three maturities. First one, there is mental, intellectual and emotional maturity. I told you during this, it is really a good time period of learning. Here, if you focus on your studies, right, during this 11 to 19 years of age, right, there is a best time to learn anything in study, or if you want to, learn any extra things, like, if you want to go ahead in the games, then also, right, your body will accept, your mind will accept these things too quickly. Right, so means during this you can get good marks, even good percentage too, right, if you focus more in the studies. Okay, then secondary sexual characters. So primary sexual characters that takes place inside the body, the release of hormones, right, which we cannot see outside, right, but the indications that appears outside of your body, there are secondary sexual characters. So in boys, secondary sexual characters, that was on the upper lips, means upper part of the lips, they will get hairs. They will get hairs above the thighs. Boys and girls both will get hairs above the thighs, right? If we talk about girls, so their breasts get enlarged, right? So these are the changes that is indicate the secondary sexual characters. After that, we studied about the role of hormones. That hormones which is released in boys and girls to develop the organs right? It is under the control of pituitary gland, under the control of pituitary gland, that will release the hormones, and then when it will reach the target area, right, so they will start the development of the other organs. So up to here we have seen in first video and in the second video. So now let's go towards today's topic. So our today's topic is reproductive phase of life in humans. Now reproductive phase of life in humans means, we have certain characteristic in our body, or we can say capability. If we talk about a baby, so that baby starts walking after 1 year of their age, right? And after that, they will walk continuously. Even they can run, right? They can run when they become child, right? Younger. So this young baby means that young boy, right, who is able to run. Now when it will reach the old age, the same person is not able to walk comfortably, right? They have to use some sticks, right, to walk. So after a certain age, some capability which is in our body decreases. It depends on the age. So same here, right now as we are talking about adolescence, so here we are talking about the capability of reproduction. Right now we are talking about capability of reproduction. We know that where it starts, right? We know that when it starts, the age of 11 to 19 means they are developing the sexual organs, the sex organs are developing, and it is reaching to the age, or we can say it is reaching to the capability of reproduction, right? Means after the 19 age, we can say the person is able for the reproduction. Boy or a girl is able to reproduce, young one like themselves. Okay, but it will not remain whole life. That capability of reproduction will not remain throughout whole life up to the death. It will not remain, right? There is certain age when it will stops, right? There is certain age when it will stop. So here, what defined the reproduction capability? So we can say production of gametes in boy and in a girl, or in male or in female. Production of gametes. You have studied in previous chapter number 9 that male produce gametes in the testis, that is known as sperms, and female produce ovum, right, ova, egg in their ovaries, right? So that indicates, so they are capable of reproduction. But when this production stops, when the testis and ovary will stop the production of that particular sperm, gamete, and means the sperm is a male gamete, right, and ovum or egg in ovary, right, that is a female gamete, when it will stop the production. So that is the end of the capability of reproduction that we can see. I hope you understand what I want to tell you. Now, capability of male, it remains for longer time than the female, right? In female, this reproductive capability starts from the age of 10 to 12. Between the 10 to 12, it is different by person to person, and it will stops at 45 to 50 years of age, right? It will start from 10 to 12 in the girls I am talking about, and it stops between 45 to 50, right? So this is about girls. We all know that in ovaries there is a production of egg or ovum will start, and it will keep that ovary will keep that egg in the uterus of girl, right? That is a girl reproductive part. So what is this whole process, right? So see here, the ova begins to mature onset of puberty. One ovum is matured and it is released by one of the ovaries, and it is placed in the uterus, and this takes place in the time interval of 28 to 30 days, right? In 28 to 30 days, every 28 to 30 days, the ovary will produce one ovum, and it will placed that is being placed inside the uterus of female. Now if we talk about first case, so when the egg which is placed in the uterus, or ovum which is placed in the uterus, when it is fertilized by the male sperm, if it is fertilized by the male sperm, so now we all know that development of the baby takes place, right? Up to 9 months it remain over there, and the baby will develop inside the uterus. That whole process you have studied already in 9th chapter. But now when we talk about the second case, that when the fertilization doesn't take place, right? The sperm is not meeting to the egg, right? So that is the second case. Now what will happen in that? So the uterus will release the egg with all the fluid which is covered the uterus, right? With blood vessels and all the liquid, and the egg will get released. It will break down and it will release from the reproductive part of female, right? This causes bleeding in the female reproductive part, right? And it is known as menstruation. This menstruation occurs or takes place in the time interval of 28 to 30 days, means every month we can say, right? This takes place every month in the time interval of 28 to 30 days. The first menstruation takes place in the age of puberty or adolescence, right? When the girl enters the puberty, right? So at that time the first maturation takes place, and that is known as menarche. So when this menstruation is in initial stage, means if it is the menarche, right, first time, right, so it will take some months, right, to be regular, right? Maybe it can be vary by 22 days, or 25 days. That can be variation person by person, but after some time it becomes regular. And this maturation is controlled by hormones. This maturation is controlled by hormones. As we all know, the hormones are behind this adolescence and maturity, puberty. What is that? Hormones. This whole development of a body being adult, right, that is based on hormones. Okay, so this maturation is also depends on the hormones. When the fertilization doesn't takes place, right, when the egg doesn't fertilize, when the egg is not fertilized, right, so at that time the egg which was in the uterus, all the fluid which is around that egg of uterus walls, right, blood vessels and thick linings, that all will shed off. It will come out from the female reproductive part. But when it fertilizes means when that egg meet with the male sperm, we all know the development of the baby takes place, and how it takes place that you have learned in 9th chapter. So in our textbook there is a character named Paheli, right, and she is always asking question, and that is why the name is given Paheli. So she wondered that what determines, right, that the zygote will be or develop as a boy or a girl, right? There is a question of Paheli. So our next topic is depends on that, and our next topic is how is the sex of baby determines, right? Who is responsible, basically we can say, right? So what is that we are going to study, that who determines that a baby boy will birth or baby girl will take a birth, right? So let's try to understand that thing. Inside the zygote, or we can say fertilized egg, there is an instruction of determining the baby sex, right? Means zygote. What is the zygote? Zygote is fertilized egg, means when the male sperm, right, when it fuses into the female ovum, right, or we can say female egg, right, so that becomes a zygote, and that zygote has all the information about that what will, or baby boy will be there or baby girl will be there, right? So what is there inside? So we can say, if we'll see separately, egg is a single cell and sperm is also single cell. Egg is a single cell and a sperm is a single cell. And what is present inside the single cell? If you remember chapter number 8, right, cell structure and functions. So in that we have learned that inside the cell there is a nucleus. In the center of the cell there is a nucleus, and inside the nucleus there are chromosomes. Inside the nucleus there are chromosomes. In males also there are chromosomes, and females also, right? So that egg also has chromosomes, and that sperm also has chromosomes. There is a thread-like structure, right? The chromosomes are thread-like structure which is present in egg and sperm both. Now what is the role of this chromosome? Now all human beings have 23 types of chromosomes present in their cell. How many? 23 types of chromosomes are present in the cell. All human beings, if it is a girl or a boy, right, whoever it is, they have 23 types of chromosomes present. Types I am saying, types. Okay. Now from the 23 chromosomes, 2 are sex chromosomes. 2 are the sex chromosomes, means that determines the sex, that male or a female is a type of a sex, right? That determines the sex of a male or a female. From 23 there are 2 chromosomes which is present in the cell, right, that determines the sex of a particular baby. Now how it happens? Now, when we talk about male, so male has X and Y. When we are talking about the two chromosomes, so name is X and Y. That two chromosomes are present in male. But when we talk about females, they have only XX type of chromosomes. They have XX type of chromosomes present in their cells. Means they do not have, women do not have Y chromosomes. But when you talk about men, right, so they have X and Y, two types of chromosomes. But in female, there is only one type, that is XX. Okay. So when the sperm will fuses with the egg, right, at that time, as I told you that males has two types of sex chromosomes, that is known as X and Y chromosomes, right, and female has only one type of chromosome, that is X chromosome. Means when we were talking about the egg which is released by ovary and placed in the uterus, so that egg has already X chromosomes present. That egg has already X chromosomes present. Now remaining task is depends on the sperms, that which type of sperms will fuses inside the egg. As we all know that male will release millions of sperms, and from that there are two types of sperms. In one there is a X chromosome present, the second one in which Y chromosomes are present, right? But from these two, which sperm is able to fuses inside the egg, that is that will determine the sex of baby. It will boy or a girl. So when X fuses inside the X meets inside the X, so it becomes girl, right? Because we all know that female has only two types of chromosome, that is XX. So that is why when XX meets, it produces, or we can say the new young one becomes girl. And when Y and X, Y from the male and X which is already present in the egg, when that will fuses into each other, baby boy will take birth, right? So this is how the chromosomes, the chromosome which is present in the male will determine, the chromosomes which is present in the male will determine the sex of a baby, right? So I hope that you understand. In our society there is many beliefs that mothers are responsible for the sex of the baby, right? In some backward areas still females are responsible, and there are many things that and there are many things that still in many areas of India females are struggling for that. They have to face many things because of just they are giving birth to the girl, right? So that is actually a bad part of the society, we can see. And as we are educated, we need to understand that it is just a part of nature if it is a baby boy or a girl. Okay, so what we learned today? We learned reproductive phase in humans, right? As we all know that there is a capability of reproduction will not last for the long time. There will be some certain age after that a particular human being is not able to reproduce. That reproduction is totally depends on the production of sperms in male and production of ovum in the female, or egg in female, right? About menstruation also we learned that when egg is placed by the ovary into the uterus, right, and if it is not get fertile, if it is not get fertilized, right, means when that egg is not meeting with the sperm, right, at that time that egg and all the thick lines and fluids which is present around the wall of uterus will release from the female reproductive part, and that is known as menstruation. Okay, then also we learned that when this menstruation takes place at the first time in the life of a girl, so that is known as menarche. This menarche take place in the age, or we can say between 10 to 12 years age. Okay, and when it ends, that is known as menopause. When it ends, that is known as menopause. This menopause takes place in the age of between 45 to 50. Then we have studied that what determines the sex of a baby. Means a baby will be boy or a baby will be girl. Who will determine that, right? So we understand there are chromosomes which is present in male and female. Female has XX type of chromosomes from the 23 chromosomes are present in both male and female. From the 23, 2 which determine the sex and known as sex chromosomes. So that 2 are of XX type present in the female, and in males there are XY type chromosomes present. When chromosome, a sperm which has X chromosome will meet the egg which is already X chromosome, which contain already X chromosome, so it will produce a girl, right? The new young one will be a girl. And when a sperm contains Y chromosome and it will meet to the X chromosome which is present in a female, so it will produce a young one as a boy. So I hope you understand today's all the topics which is discussed. Still the fourth part is remain, right? I hope this is clear. And if you have questions which is remain in the workbook, so I'm going to send you worksheet. Please from that worksheet try to fill up your workbook. Thank you so much.